When Victoria's parents asked her to move back home to help with expenses, she thought it was temporary. She was a successful emergency room doctor who had just finished paying off her medical school loans. What she didn't expect was to become the family ATM, while her unemployed brother Jake treated their parents' house like his personal resort. Victoria's breaking point came when she discovered Jake had sold her grandmother's vintage jewelry, pieces specifically left to her in the will, to fund his business ventures. When Victoria confronted her parents, they defended Jake. "He's going through a rough patch. Grandma would have wanted to help him. You're successful enough to replace those old things." But Jake's rough patch was actually a gambling addiction that Victoria's monthly contributions were enabling. Every dollar she gave her parents for utilities and groceries was being funneled to cover Jake's debts. Meanwhile, Victoria was working 70-hour weeks while Jake invited friends over for pool parties and poker games. The genius of Victoria's revenge lay in her patience. She began documenting everything: Jake's lifestyle, the missing jewelry, her parents' lies about expenses. She also started recording conversations where they admitted to taking her money for Jake's problems. Then Victoria set the perfect trap. She told her parents she was getting married and needed to take out a loan against the house for her wedding expenses. She convinced them to sign papers that she claimed were for the loan but were actually transferring partial ownership to her. Once she had legal claim to the house, she executed her master plan. Victoria didn't just move out, she legally evicted her entire family from what was now partially her house. With her documentation of their financial fraud and theft, she had grounds to force a sale. The family who had been living off her success found themselves homeless and facing criminal charges. How did Victoria manipulate her way into owning the house that had sheltered her freeloading family? What happened when Jake realized his meal ticket had become his worst nightmare? And how did this brilliant doctor turn the tables so completely that her parents begged her to press charges against their own son? The stunning conclusion will blow your mind. Hit the link below to watch Victoria's masterclass in calculated revenge.